It all started in this quiet suburb called Kamochi-inda, just outside Tokyo. Yoshi, a young mom who was always super on top of things, was watching the neighborhood kids one day. Things got pretty hectic, and she realized she was out of snacks. So she told her little girl, May, to just stay put and play inside while she ran to the corner store. While she was out, the kids decided to play hide and seek. May was tiny and not exactly the fastest kid on the block, so all the good hiding spots were already taken. An hour later, Yoshi gets back to a dead silent house. She figured the kids had all gone home, but when she looked for May, she was nowhere to be found. Panic mode set in. The whole neighborhood started searching, but it ended in the worst way possible. Yoshi found May inside the washing machine. It turns out, in a total panic to find a spot to hide, May had crawled inside, got stuck, and suffocated. A year goes by, but Yoshi is still a wreck, drowning in guilt. Her mother-in-law, Ekin, suggested she visit this temple that does ritual burnings for belongings of the deceased, hoping it'd help her move on. But while she was there, she felt this weird pull toward a girl doll in a glass case covered in creepy spells. It was like they were linked or something, so Yoshi ended up bringing it home. Her husband, Hiko, was just happy to see her smiling again at first, but things got weird fast. Yoshi started dressing the doll exactly like May, singing to it, talking to it, and basically treating this piece of plastic like her own flesh and blood. Things took a turn for the better when Yoshi got pregnant again. When little Mai was born, Yoshi finally moved on from the doll, tossing it into the storage room where it sat gathering dust for 5 years. When Mai turned 5, she stumbled upon the doll in storage. That's when the real creep factor kicked in. The doll's hair and nails started actually growing. Mai started talking to the doll, calling it Ayashin. But Ayashin wasn't a friendly ghost. She started hurting Mai's friends and shredding family photos, driving a huge wedge between Yoshi and her daughter. Everything peaked when Yoshi caught the doll moving on the security cameras. Hiko tried to gaslight her, saying she was just hallucinating, but then they found Mai hiding inside the washing machine, exactly like her sister. Yoshi snapped, and the whole scene was so bad she ended up in a psych ward. While all this chaos was happening, Hiko started digging into where the doll came from. He found out it was made by this guy Yasumoto Kokichi back in 1926. The supernatural stuff started hitting the fan. The grandma, Ekin, got attacked by some ghostly kid while trying to protect Mai. Even a greedy monk who tried to steal the doll to flip it for cash ended up dead because of the curse. Hiko finally took the doll to a spiritual expert named Kanda. They did a CT scan on it, and the results were nightmare fuel. There was an actual human skeleton inside the doll. An old doll maker named Takeshi filled in the blanks. Ayashin used to be a real girl named Aya who died from a rare disease. Her dad was so devastated he built a doll around her actual remains so she could live on. Her mom, Teiko, was buried with the doll on this remote island called Kanejima, but somehow, the doll woke up and went looking for new parents. Yoshi and Hiko realized the only way to stop the nightmare was to get Aya back to her real mom. They hauled it over to Kanejima during a massive storm, racing against the clock before Ayashin could take Mai's soul for good. Armed with a metal detector to find the old grave, they started digging in the dark. They weren't just fighting the hard dirt, they were fighting an entity that didn't want to let go. It was a total toss-up. Would they break the curse, or would Ayeshin be part of the family forever? After everything went down, everyone seemed super happy. They were even making plans to hit up a theme park and just hang out. But right around then, Grandma and the doll expert swung by the house because they were worried since they hadn't heard from anyone. Grandma ended up playing this recording of a conversation, and man, it was a total bombshell. Turns out, the spirits inside the dolls didn't want to be anywhere near their mom. Apparently, she used to treat them horribly and abused them back when they were alive. They had it all backwards the whole time. Instead of finding peace with their mother, being with her was actually their worst nightmare.